Change is inevitable. The only thing is whether it's going to be progressive or regressive change. And even that change that seems like it's regressive will, in the long run, be progressive. Now, why do I start off saying this? Well, last week, for those of you who actually saw last week's video, I was talking about our classic tabletop RPG Fridays and how I was going to just cut that down to what is now known as classic clips. And we will not do full-length videos on those, but they will just be clips about certain aspects of certain classic tabletop RPGs. And you would think that that would have been the extent of what it was that I wanted to talk about, but apparently God had other plans. You see, because after I made that video over the weekend, I prayed some more. And I came to the realization that that's just not far enough. And what I mean by that is that doing the classic clips, it's not far enough in order to go in the direction that I really feel that the Lord is leading me. Now, I know that some people have an issue and problem with me being a tabletop RPG nerd and then mentioning Christ and God all of the time. And here's the kind of explanation for that. It's because I'm a true Christian. And everything that I do, everything, goes to one undergirding foundational direction. One goal, one purpose is to glorify Christ. And that includes this channel, that includes the whole network of Tabletop RPG Elite. It includes everything. Basically, whatever I put my hands to do in my existence. Because He is my existence. So, as I prayed about this, going back to that, I decided, I know, Lord, I know what I have to do, but here it is. I'm now fighting with myself because it's clear what I have to do, but I'm fighting with myself with doing what needs to be done in order to go to the next step. And it's like I said at the very beginning, sometimes regression is necessary in order for overall progression to take place. And see, this is why a lot of people in life can't get ahead, because they're not willing to chop off that thing that needs to be chopped off in order for them to flourish. We know this because I'll give you a really simple example of this. The kind of people that you hang around that you just never have been able to go further in your relationships with other people because you just keep putting the wrong people around you, or there's just that one person that just keeps holding you back and keeps putting you down in terms of your relationships, and you just can't go any further. That's why I've made several videos on you need to get rid of those people. Now, I have no problem doing that, none. But this particular thing that I'm talking about, I knew needed to be done because it's one of the things that I had prided myself in doing for this channel. Geez, a couple of weeks ago, really, I talked about this. And I mention it quite often in the 300 plus videos that I have, almost 400 videos that I have on this channel. It's peppered throughout all of those videos. But I know that after doing this video in August, which is our kind of anniversary video around August 12th, and one of the things, again, that I said, and I think I mentioned this in the last video, is that a big thing is learning how to pivot, which means sometimes that you got to go backwards to go forwards, or you got to cut some things off in order for you to go for you to be healthy. It's kind of like a plant, right? When a plant has a dead leaf or you got to cut that stuff off. Otherwise, that deadness is going to spread to the rest of the plant. You got to cut it off. And something new and burgeoning and green and lively is more apt to grow in its place. So what am I talking about exactly? I'm talking about Friday videos overall. And if you're new to the channel, you probably don't even know what I'm talking about, but I think this is going to be relevant to people in terms of making decisions in your life that you know that you need to make in order for you to go forward, period. This is just what I'm dealing with in particular on this particular channel. But this kind of goes across the board. It's not just about this Friday or my Friday videos and cutting off my Friday videos, because that's what I need to do. And it's not cutting them off forever. It's kind of making them optional. So basically, Tuesday will always be a video. It's always going to be a thing. It'll always come on Tuesday, and it always will probably come around the same time between 4 and 7 o'clock or something like that, Eastern Standard Time. That's not changing. So we're going to keep that. But our Friday videos, man, it's like on Sunday, I'm sitting up there, I'm praying about it, and then I talk to my wife and my church, and I just knew as I was talking about it, I was like, this is it. This is what needs to be done. I know some of you might be a little bit disappointed at the fact that I won't be coming out with a video every Friday, but I explained a little bit about why that was the case last week, and to take that energy and to pour it into another part of the network, or actually another part of my business. And when I say business, I don't mean business in the way that you think. I think business in terms of work. And, but I know that this is the right thing to do. Now, again, Fridays will from this point on, be optional. I might come out with a video. I might not. When I do come out with a video, it might be a classic clip, or it might be a full-length video, or it might be a full-length classic video. It's kind of a free-for-all Friday in that respect, but it is not something that I will absolutely be doing. It is optional. So as of today, in this video, which comes out, you may not see me next week, and more likely next week you probably won't see me, because I am trying to do some other things, and that extra time is going to really help out tremendously. But it doesn't mean that I won't be around. It doesn't mean that I won't be posting other content. I will be doing that. It just means that my Tuesday and Friday, you know what I normally say, hey, I come out with videos every Tuesday and Friday. Well, not anymore. I'm cutting back in order to invest more on the back end. And that means invest more in building memberships, invest more in doing some other things that might even be a little bit outside of the network, because there's some other things that I really want to do as well. So I wanted to announce that today, but maybe you are going through the same thing. Like there's something that you know that you need to cut off, but you won't do it. And you can't get over the hump because of it. Whether you realize it or not, this is the thing that's holding you back. I've known that doing these Fridays videos for a while now, but I kept at it because I was like, well, maybe if I just keep at it and do this and build that archive, and I still love, I'm still dedicated to my pillar of classic tabletop RPGs. I'm going to do this and whatever. Well, no, really, it's more about that needs to go So I can take that energy and focus it on something else. And if I have more energy and time permits for me to actually create another video, then it'll drop on Friday. But if not, and it may be a while before you see another Friday video, then I'm going to take that energy and put it into other things that I can do for my people. Because at the end of the day, this is a tabletop RPG channel that is an alternative channel. It is not like any other channel out there. And I am not like everybody else is out there because I'm not chasing the algorithm and I'm not doing all the rest of that stuff. I just refuse to do that. I will not do that. You know, I do have integrity about the agenda and my goal and what I want to do. So even though it has been an experience for me and it has helped, so it's not like this hasn't helped. This has helped me. It's helped me to, you know, get my chops going in terms of my video editing, even though I'm not really a video editor, but it's helped me to understand the process and to become a little bit of a better video editor. So I appreciate that. But now it's time to pull back and kind of take that energy and focus it into other areas. But here's my question of the vid for you. What's holding you back? Or what's that thing that you know that you should have been cut off a long time ago and you just keep holding on to it? And you haven't made that decision. Make the decision, get rid of it, because you know that that's the thing that you need to do. But you keep holding on to that baggage. And you're wondering why it's so hard to go uphill. You got to get rid of it. Let me know down in the comments below. That's the question of the vid. And that's just me and my stream of consciousness right now. Once again, I'm going to get out of here so I can focus on some of those other things. And like I said, Tuesday, God willing, I'll be out with another video. Friday, probably not. Not this Friday, at least. I might come in and a couple Fridays afterwards. I'm redoing my schedule and everything. But that's how we're going to do it, folks. It's a new day here on the RPG Elite Network. And we are going to try to do things in a little bit of a different way. And we'll see what happens. All right. That'll do it. That means I got to slide on out of here and do my snaggle push. And if you've got a game going on this weekend, I do. We were back at Numenera, so that's kind of cool. And if you've got one too, happy gaming, y'all. I pray it is an RPG Elite session. I pray it is more immersive, it's more enjoyable, it is more meaningful, and it has substance. So until Tuesday, God willing, it's your boy Servant saying peace 5,000. I am outie.